On 15th April 2021, while announcing the Q1 result, the global CEO Jane Fraser has informed that Citibank is going to exit India and other 12 international markets from its consumer business. This was articulated by India CEO Ashok Ullar also. Why Citibank is leaving these 13 international markets from its consumer business? What is the status of employees working in these markets? What is the status of consumers and customers in these markets of Citi products? Is there any future plan for Citi in these products is what we're going to see in this video. Welcome to Ramesh Nivash YouTube channel. Citibank was established in India in 1902 in Kolkata. Followed by that, it moved to Chennai and then currently it is headquartered in Mumbai. The bank entered the consumer business in 1985. Citibank is known for its digital and innovative products. The bank has about 35 physical branches across the country and about 4,000 employees are working for the bank currently. Last year turnover was 4,912 crore Indian rupees. This is 18% more than the previous year turnover. In late 80s and early 90s, Indian economy started growing up in a very tangential way. So that's where the Indian economy got opened up and many foreign players came into the country. Citi was able to cater to the business needs and consumer needs that time. Citi provided the first ever consumer durable loan program wherein the Indian middle class people benefited a huge by buying two-wheelers and four-wheelers and color TVs and washing machine. And that was a great innovative product that time. Citi created a new set of banking for NRI customers under the NRI banking scheme. Citi introduced credit card for the Indian customers. It acquired the Diners Club customers, refurbished it and then launched its own credit card, and that was a huge success under the Citi brand name. It also created a lot of innovative vendor related models. It created a DSA model which is called direct selling agents. These agents will acquire customers on behalf of Citi. So this model is currently used in many banks now, but this was created by Citi at the first. It also created something like collection agency. The third party collection agency, what we know today, was this concept was actually established by Citi way back in early 90s. It also created a new set of vendor model where it also had a lot of localized vendors for any short-term work. So these are some of the huge innovative products which Citi created in late 80s and early 90s, which is successful even today. Citibank is known for ATM, credit cards, 24/7 banking, internet banking, phone banking. All these are all created by Citibank in the Indian market, and these are all huge successful program which no other bank has ever thought of, and that's the reason even today a lot of customers have very emotional connect with Citi for all this innovative product. So these innovative products are the backbone of Citibank in the country, and that's the reason many customers are very much emotionally connected with Citi and its product. There will be a lot of cross-functional sales that happens in Citi, and a lot of customers are currently coming in social media and telling very emotional things about Citi. But with such a huge track record, such a great legacy in the Indian banking system, and with NPA of less than 0.055% in the overall portfolio, Citibank has decided to exit the Indian market. Apart from that, it is also ending Australia, Bahrain, China, Indonesia, Korea, Malaysia, Philippines, Poland, Russia, Taiwan, Thailand and Vietnam markets. So most of the Asian markets are being exited. The reason being stated officially is that they want to invest in high return markets, something like maybe in US or some markets, a few selected markets. Okay, having said all this, let's see what Citi currently in India has. So Citi in consumer business financial sector is providing credit cards, retail banking, loans, mortgage, wealth management as are the main product that Citi is offering. It has about 2.9 million customers with about 1.2 million bank account and 2.2 million credit card. The credit card spend is very high. If you compare the number of credit cards, definitely Citi is not number one, but in terms of the ratio of cards and the amount of spend that happens on any bank card, Citi is the highest, or that's where the prime legacy comes in. Currently, Citi is present in only in the top 12 countries of India, and it always sources from the top 500 fortune companies in the country, and it is also known for wealth management and Citi business. Okay, now let's move on to the actual reason why Citi is exiting the Indian market. The number one main reason is the higher operating cost, which means for each application that Citibank is processing, the amount of cost it is incurring includes the processing cost, the salaries which is paying to the employees for processing, the travel, the courier cost, the if it is a credit card, the plastic cost, the courier cost of delivering, all this comes under the operating cost. It is very high for the Indian market. Second, for its partner cost is also very high, which means let's assume if Citibank is providing a co-branded credit cards, maybe a Shoppers Stop card or maybe a Jet Airways card or something like that. So the amount of money that the city is giving to the partner as a licensing fee is very high, so it's not able to sustain. And the third reason is its geographical presence is very low. As we said, India is a huge developing market, but Citi is present only in the top 12 cities, which is a huge competency for many other banks also. That's the reason Citi is not expanding geographically, so it's moving out. It is having a very stringent sourcing norms. As I already said, it sources only from the top 500 fortune companies. With this, some of the strategic issue that the bank is facing is one, as we said, the operating cost in India is very high for the Citi product. Second, huge regulations laid by the regulators makes like Basel III norms or the current RBI guidelines makes it very difficult for Citibank to scale up or grow. And in some of the high ticket volumes like treasury, wealth and trade side does not able to sell some of the sophisticated products that which it's available in the other market. The macroeconomic condition is actually bad or not doing well in the country for the last 3-4 years. The demonetization, the GST and current COVID issue actually created a huge stalling in the way the economy is growing, which is also impacting the bank growth. Not only that, the loan outstanding book is also started getting higher and higher. With a limited market in the India, in geographical presence, the bank is facing a red ocean because the market is also not expanding and the huge competition from other bank also. So with all this collective reason, the Citibank is moving out of the country. So what going to stay in the country is like one, the Citibank infrastructure is going to continue. The ATM, the branches, the phone banking, the internet banking platforms, the legacy IT systems is going to continue. The customer service department will go to continue. Employees is going to be retained in the country. The consumers is going to retain unless the consumer want to move to some other bank. The consumers will continue to be served. The bank has said that ICG customers will be there. The ICG business, the institution client group business will continue. And Citibank also provide a lot of services to other subsidiaries in other countries. So that service is a separate entity that will continue to be here in the country. So in short, a Citi infrastructure, Citi consumers, customers, Citi employees will continue to be in the records and they will continue in the new buyer, whoever it is. Unless they want to move to a better offer or a better service oriented company, the consumers and the employees will be retained in the books of the bank. This is similar to what government has done for Satyam. When Satyam had some financial trouble, the employees were retained, and currently it's with a new company. The employees still continues, right? So with a large set of legacy customers, Citi exit is becoming a very emotional story for many of the employees and some of the customers also. But Citi is leaving this legacy. The legacy is gonna be left in terms of some of the wonderful products that it got created, some of the huge benchmark that it set for the Indian banking industry, some of the best employees satisfaction score that it got because of its satisfied employees are all some great legacy that Citi is going to leave in the Indian market. Not only in the employee level but in the customer level also, it had a huge customer base, very loyal customers, very loyal employees were there. Citi tagline says Citi never sleeps. Well, it's going to leave the Indian market. Citi is not going to sleep from the mind of Indian consumers and its own employees. So thanks for watching this video. Please press the like button and the subscribe button if you like the video. We'll see you soon with another set of video. Thank you.